welcome inside the Vernon Curling Club. I am Jordan Kiss. It is the men's semi-final here at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic, part of the BC Men's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. It is Team Cotter versus Team Richard, as we are on to the second of the lead rocks here in end number one. Both these teams finishing the round robin with a 3-1 record. A spot in the finals on the line. Team Richard throwing the blue rocks, Team Cotter throwing the yellow. This is the second time they've met this weekend. Team Cotter came out on top 4-3 in their earlier meeting. And I'm also joined here by manager and head ice tech here at the Vernon Curling Club, Dave Merklier.
Good afternoon. Oh no, it's
still
still morning.
No, it's still morning.
Okay. All I know is come on down, the bar's open.
It's been a great atmosphere here at the Vernon Curling Club all weekend long. Great support from all the curlers here and all the locals, especially with the hometown team, Jim Cotter, in the mix here. Crowds will definitely come out. A corner guard there by Team Cotter, and Team Richard now a chance to throw the center guard. That's the Team Richard second, Corey Chester.
So Jim was awarded hammer on his better record against Jeff Richard. It's definitely a bonus.
And no need to draw the button here in the playoffs. So that rock will come to the back button. And now for Team Cotter and Andrew Nerkman, an opportunity to use their corner guard. He was on the right there, so Steve Laycock on the left, and we will come to rest on the top of the 12-foot. And for Team Richard here in Corey, a chance to play the hit. It does look a little open. Just rub the guard and we'll slide through. So another opportunity here for Jim here to sit two. He's going to play the hit and roll.
Yeah, it's an obvious call early in the game, especially. Keep it as simple as you can.
Hit and roll over to the right. Will hit the nose.
Colors sure look great on the TV screen here.
It does. We are now on sheet 3 as we've been broadcasting from sheet 1 all weekend. We've moved over here for the playoffs. And there might be a double here for Team Richard. On to third rocks. It's Tyler Klimchuk. Over curl. We'll just sit out there on the wing, just biting the 12-foot, but rock that Jim shouldn't be too worried about here.
He'll just go around the corner guard again.
Team Cotter second event for them this season. I finished second at the King Cash in Maple Ridge, losing to Sean Giel in the final. Jim's looking to win the Prestige here for the second time. The winner of this event back in 2012.
Nice shot. Nice spot. Front of the tee line.
Dead buried 2, and now for Team Richard, try for a hit and roll. Maybe bury if you can. This one we're trying to make a curl, and will just come to the nose. Now for Jim.
Jim will just keep hitting this on the nose. Try to keep it simple. Maybe roll to the wing a little bit. Little roll to the right side would be perfect.
Steve Laycock. It's made again. Well, it's slight roll, but still a chance here for Jeff to again play this hit and roll on. Hit and roll is always one of the more difficult shots to make, Dave.
It absolutely is. I mean, they got a long way to roll to outcount that and still outcount that yellow rock behind the corner guard. But at this point, they're just going to hit it and play close. Maybe they'll get a double later in the end. Starting to run out though.
Yep.
Still looking like a deuce for Jim.
Yep. First of the skip rocks here in 1. And this one will roll out. Could be a costly mistake here by Jeff. So Jim could, he's signaling to play the open wing, and maybe could also play behind his corner guard.
He could. Could again though. First end, just maybe keep it simple and have a wide open hit for 2 with his last rock.
Yeah, at the risk of coming behind the corner, you could leave Team Richard to a freeze to maybe cut Team Cotter to 1.
Or set up a double, or so. Just keep it simple.
This one looks heavy. Andrew and Rick have backed off of this one. Keller here will try to sweep it out. Might hang on in the back. And it will just hang on for a second shot. Again for Team Richard. Just hit, kind of, just give it the 2 here.
I think so. You almost have to hit it.
No need to go all out here on the first end.
No. Jeff's a left-hander too, so maybe that's what happened with his first one. He just kind of straighten it out. Yeah, that little out turn, straighten it out. See how he does on this one.
hit on the nose and does look like he could be shot rock. I think right now for Team Cotter, if it looks close, hit it just to make sure. You know, if you don't know when you draw here, you know, you could only get one. Well, best to just play the hit, just to make sure you score two. They want to take a look at this one. Andrew taking a look. I guess Jim maybe really wants to play a draw on his last one here. Because like Dave, they're so close. Is it just, you know, just hit the blue rock here just to make sure? That way you know.
Yeah. Well, if there's any doubt, you don't have much choice, do you?
Looks like they think they're shot stone here. So it's a could be a draw for two here. It might even just be a draw for one. You know, you look pretty silly if you're Jim at the end. That's one.
It's definitely. He definitely thinks he's shot. I mean, if he wasn't, we could. You know, you could throw an out-turned tap to the back blue one and just move it a few inches, draw down to it that way too. But he's definitely shot.
So last rock here in the first end, men's semifinal.
Well, it's one for sure.
I'll have to wait and see. You maybe see Team Richard put a stick to it. Looks like they have consented. It is a score two here for Team Cotter in end number one. It's the men's semifinal at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
You're here inside the Vernon Curling Club men's semifinal here, and three other semifinals happening on this Sunday afternoon over on sheet 4. It's Chelsea Carey versus Alina Kovaleva, and on sheet 6, Kelsey Rock is taking on Daniela Yench, and on sheet 6 is actually another men's semifinal. It's Team Target versus Team Wensley, who won a tiebreaker earlier this morning against Team Wood to give them a spot in the semifinal.
Nice way to start the game to get a deuce. It's always nice.
There's a cookie cutter end for Team Cotter there in one. Jordan Kiss and Dave Merkling are here with you. As the first rock from Rick Sawatsky comes to the button, and Luis Gamache here, a corner guard. Good guard there by Reese. Swansea will place a perfect center guard over his own in the button there, and forcing Team Richard to come in and play the freeze.
It's kind of predictable strategy, isn't it? Throw one in the button, opposition throws a corner guard, you guard it, they have to now try to come around the center line to freeze it, and with any luck that corner guard will come into play for them.
Line looks good here. This one's going to be very close. Maurice Gamache with a perfect freeze sitting there on the top of the button, but it still looks like Team Cotter is sitting one here. So we were playing 8 ends here in Vernon. No time limit, no timeouts. 5 rock rule is in effect, and an extra end, of course, will be needed, especially because we're now in the playoffs.
Weight looks good. A little separation might help here. That's a good shot.
A little tap, and they'll sit right on top. So the blue one's sandwiched between 2 yellows right now, and
I think you'll see Jeff try to run this back into the pile of rocks here.
trying to move
Run
some
the
things
center
around.
guard.
Yeah. Corey Chester now. This is going to be really close. He'll drive it into the pile and will spill some. We'll leave the center guard. We'll sit 1 for now, but you'll expect Team Cotter to play a hit here on that and sit 3. It's pretty much the best you. That's the best you could have done there.
Pretty good.
Steve on this out of Andrew's hand. And a lot of way this trying to spread out these yellow ones, and he
That's
will
a
sit
pretty
down
nice
for
roll.
it. That's a great shot. Get some separation. Now it's going to be another run back here for Corey. Looking to do it again here. Again, this one's really close. And we'll drive it into the yellows, and
Nice shot.
we'll sit in a good spot. Still Team Cotter sitting 2. Now for Jim, you are sitting 2, but maybe you could play the come around.
Could play the come around.
I think for Team Cotter, you have to worry about this one because it's a rock that's behind the corner guard that Team Richard could use to freeze.
Yeah.
So they might just play around the middle here to prevent that from happening. A little risky to play the blue head too. So it is it's a jar to the 4-foot here for Steve.
Nice looking weight. Cleared the guard by quite a bit, but Here it comes.
Andrew will try to finish it, and he will sit on the top of the forefoot, but about half open for Team Richard here.
Not sure it doubles there or not.
No, I don't think you want to play the double here. So you'll just give Team Cotter one right back.
Yeah.
So looks like he's hitting his own blue one here, maybe trying to roll over to the right. Really hard on this one. Will hit the one on the forefoot and will spill up behind the corner guard.
It's a good shot. Nice result.
Now sitting 2 and 3 for Team Richard. A great shot there by Tyler Klimchuk.
Jim will have to hit this, stick it on the, well, if he hits it on the nose, he might set up a double. Maybe a hit and roll in behind the guard.
Double.
That's a long roll though.
But without the hammer here, you do want to you want to eliminate the opposition rock. So hit here. And try to roll behind the center guard if you can.
Come back. No.
You will hit, but you will roll out. Now for Team Richard. You love to bring that one top 12 into play.
Just a little back line weight here and tap the yellow one back. Lots of weight.
It's all about line right now.
Goes.
It's starting to move, but is it a little too late? Maybe too much
out
weight
there,
here. And it will slide right on by.
I think just a little too much weight for that shot. Probably had hack weight, board weight. All you really need is back line tight.
A chance here for Jim to come around the center, sit 2.
Try and force Richard to 1. At best or steal.
Yeah, if you draw around here, you are set up quite nicely for the steal. And also in a good place to force here. $9,000 up for grabs here on the men's side of the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. First place will get $4,000, second $3,000, while third and fourth will receive $2,000 each.
Actually, we increased the third and fourth to $2,500. It's not in the program, but
Even better.
yeah, we did good at the door and things like that, bringing in spectators. So we're gonna pass it on to the players. They don't know it yet.
It was a big surprise for them. So when they lose the semifinals, we maybe just be a little happier then.
So is there a triple here?
I think there is, Dave.
Triple to A3.
Jeff's looking at it. I think the question is where will this yellow one over here hit the one on the right?
Yep.
I think it's.
Might be a little too.
I feel this one kind of might stay in maybe the back 8 foot here, or maybe just straight jam on this one. But Jeff is going to try it here. It's definitely worth a shot. Chance to sit 3 with the hammer.
Yeah, looking at it now, I don't think it triples there.
Now would you just at least try to get to kind of these two here? That way you're sitting 1 right here behind the guard.
Yeah.
So the first rock for Jeff Richards here in end number 2. 2-time BC men's champion. They're on it right away. This is going to be close. And he'll get the 2.
Got the deuce, but
So those are the 2 rocks you would like to get out there. So Team Richard is sitting 1 behind the guard. And now for Jim, played the draw. Top 4 would be a perfect spot here. I think any deeper, Jeff will have a double over here for 3.
yeah, top 4 directly behind. Go for full 4.
Jim just made this shot on his last.
He's well by the guard, I think.
Lots of room. Will sit top of the 8 foot. Sitting shot stone, but again,
Doubles there, but it may jam on the back blue one.
no, it's definitely a possibility. But even if it does, it's still there for 2. Still worth playing it here. Or you can even, or you could just play the no set for your 2 as well.
Yep. And make sure you get your deuce for sure. I think a double's worth a go. Still pick up a deuce even if you do jamming on the back one. Probably.
Yeah, we should.
And if it goes by it, you get 3.
Last rock here in end number 2, men's semifinal. Maybe looked a little tight out of Jeff's hand.
Lipped a little tight.
They're just gonna play for the 2
Play
here.
for the 2. Nothing wrong with that. He obviously wasn't going for the double. Didn't have the weight for
Yeah.
it, so
So
he
it
was
is.
just playing for 2.
So it is a score of 2 here for Team Richard. We are tied up after 2 ends here in Vernon. Back inside the Vernon Curling Club, Jordan Kiss alongside Dave Merklinger. And number 3 here between Team Cotter and Team Richard. Men's semifinal at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. Update on the other semifinals going on over on Sheet 4 Women's. It's Chelsea Carey, a 1-0 lead over Lena Kovaleva there in 3. Score hasn't been posted for end number 2 yet. We'll update you as soon as we can over there. On Sheet 5, Kelsey Rock holds a 1-0 lead against Daniela Jensch as they play 2. And in the second end on Sheet 6, the other men's semifinal, Dan Winzik has a 1-0 lead over Tyler Tardy. Rick with a nice corner guard.
Different strategy here. Jeff threw his first one in the house. Jim hit it on the nose. Jeff hit it and rolled over to the corner, and then Jim decided to throw a corner. So
Jeff elected to play around the corner, which is something you don't see early on in an inning with the team without the hammer.
yeah.
So we are on to second rocks here in the third.
I like this call. You can, stop the opposition from getting around it beforehand here. That's a nice spot.
And we'll come to the top 12.
Now Jim has to either corner freeze or try to even get around that, but I don't think he's...
A little too hard to do that.
Yeah.
But almost out of Andrew's hand here. Kind of trying to keep it straight. It's really going towards that guard.
Just kiss it, eh?
We'll set at the top of the 8-foot, but an opportunity here for Team Richard to sit 3 here early in the third. Hit is made and will roll towards the middle, now kind of blocking off that path behind the corner.
I'll just hit that one that's half buried and try to flop on top of the rock breaking in the 8-foot. Andrew Nurpin, he's a new addition to Cotter's team this year.
Replacing Tyrell Griffith. As he just hits the one on the right there, not the rock they wanted to hit. So again, a opportunity here for Team Richard to hit and roll over and split up their blues. Klemchuk, a former BC junior champion, playing with Corey and Reese. As he makes that one very nicely, as it will sit on the 8-foot on the right. maybe a double here for Team Cotter, Dave? Or?
Yeah, possible, eh? And hit and roll anyway, maybe. Sit in front of it.
It'll hit, and you'll hit it again, but it'll hit on the high side and roll out. But we will bump it to the back 12, maybe giving a Team Cotter here an opportunity to freeze later on if they want to.
Almost a great shot.
Jeff gonna ask Tyler to hit and roll here off the guard and roll over to the 12-foot. Will sit there, top the 12.
Jim's going around it.
Yeah, you know he is.
Absolutely.
I feel like I might have just tried for the straight peel on that one instead of try for the roll, Dave.
Yeah.
An update on the other men's semifinal. Tyler Tardy got his single in 2 there. He's now tied up with Dan Wenzik at 1 apiece as they play 3. Tyler Tardy, former winner of this event as well in 2016. This one's looking really nice here from Steve.
Not too deep though. Don't go too far. Oh, that's a good shot.
Looks like Jeff will play the run back. Maybe for Team Cotter, might have liked that one a little deeper.
Yeah, well,
look
if
at
you go
some
deeper,
separation.
then he draws to it too. So that's a pretty good spot.
So first of the skip rocks here in 3.
That's got good line.
It's got to curl a little bit. They will hit it, but it will jam, and will the yellow go out? It will. A lucky break there for Team Richard. Now sitting 2, and they're split up here. And Jim maybe trying to generate his deuce here. Has a couple freeze options, Dave.
Yeah, he does actually. I'm not sure about freezing to the corner because then Jeff will just make it more difficult for Jim to score. How about freeze to the one on the side of the forefoot?
Yeah, I think that's the one you have to do. You make it perfectly. But interesting call. Looks like they
we're
are going to go
sitting here.
around the corner. I think you
Two
play,
rocks left
Yeah.
for Jim.
I think you play this one, and it's Jeff is going to split the rings or do something here to make it impossible to score 2. Almost kind of hoping for a Team Richard to miss on their last one. Like placing it here on the right side. And over on sheet 4 women's semifinal is a score of 1 for Alina Kovaleva in the second end. They're tied at 1 against Chelsea Carey as they're onto Skip Stones in the third. makes the shot, but again, don't feel it was the right shot.
Yeah, if it had been a couple rocks earlier, I think it would have, like thirds rocks or something, that'd be a good call at that time. But with Jim's first, I don't know.
Right now for Team Richard is just don't leave a double.
Well, yeah.
I'd almost consider, playing the same shot that Jim just did and just freeze right on top of it.
Split the house, leave Cotter with 1 point.
They're going to look to play a kind of top 8 foot here. And Kelsey Rock stole one in the second end over Daniela Jensch. So Kelsey Rock will have a 2-0 lead as they just start the third end. Daniela Jensch beating Sarah Warwick in a quarterfinal earlier this morning. So last rock for Team Richard here in 3, a chance to sit 2 and hopefully force Team Cotter here to a single point. Slid a little too deep as there is a double here for Jim. Not an easy double, but it's there.
How about a lucky triple?
Yeah, maybe.
I think he's just got to hit and stick for one.
That's going to be the shot here for Jim.
Yeah, I think if I was Jim's coach, I'd say that yellow going around that outside corner there
That was a
just
very
basically
odd
giving him
call,
one.
especially for a team of that caliber as such as Team Cotter. And the Team Richard will take it, and they will force Team Cotter to take a single point here. But of course, Jim still has to make this last shot. It's a hit against 2. That right on the nose and take his one here in end number 3. Team Cotter will take a 3-2 lead. Head into the fourth end here in Vernon at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. We're here inside the Vernon Curling Club men's semifinal between Jim Cotter and Jeff Richard. It's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic from the Vernon Curling Club, part of the BC Men's Curling Tour, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance, where Curl BC members can benefit from a discount on car, home, condo, and tenant insurance on top of any other savings, discounts, and benefits you are already eligible for. So when you do call Bel Air Direct, mention to them that you are a Curl BC member for your exclusive premium. We'd also like to thank Via Sport and the government of BC who are supporting all events on the BC Curling Tours this season through hosting BC, so we'd like to thank them for helping making this stream possible. It'll be Team Richard with the hammer here in end number 4. Jordan Kiss with you. Dave Merklinger here as well, but he's also running around doing his job as he needs, so he'll be in and out here for the rest of the game.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
They're
did
missing
I
you,
miss?
Dave. You didn't miss much.
Yeah, throw a center line guard.
And we'll try to come around it.
Yeah, this one's gonna slip behind the T line.
And it will slide to the back of the 8-foot.
It's half open. Either side.
Jim's just gonna maybe try to put one at the top of the 4 here. Maybe play the hit. No wrong call in this
No,
situation.
not really.
though.
Eh? You can tap it through the rings. You can freeze to it. You can come around and leave one at the top of the 4-foot or top of the button. I guess they feel more comfortable tapping this through the rings.
Will make the hit now. Sitting in 1 just at the back 8-foot, maybe biting the 4. It's gonna be the same shot here for Team Richard. Mash with a, again, nice controlled shot there. And
Now what do? You go around it?
good, you could freeze, you could do the same shot. A couple options here. So he's going to elect to play the freeze.
I like the freeze too.
Andrew Nerpin, a former BC champion himself, playing with Sean Gill. Same team that Jeff Richard was on.
Nice looking line.
This is looking really nice here from Andrew, and we'll sit there right on the lid. Jeff would ask Corey, just play a little bump here.
Yeah, just move things around 6, 8, 10 inches or so.
And over on a sheet 4, Chelsea Carey with the deuce and 3. She'll be up 3-1 against Lena Kovaleva as they play 4. And Lena Kovaleva from Russia defeating Corinne Brown in the quarterfinal this morning. This one's gonna a little wide, but it will hit the yellow and spill it back 8, and the shooter will sit for 3rd.
Same shot for Jim, I think.
And a chance to make it a little better. Sweepers haven't touched this one at all. It's wide and it's heavy too. And will come back 8, then possibly biting the 4-foot.
Now Jeff says I'm going around it.
Great opportunity here. Sit 2 buried with the hammer. don't want to be frozen to your own here. You want to be above the tee.
Pretty good spot.
Will sit at the top of the button.
That's a good spot.
Lovely shot there by Corey Chester.
Looks like it's going to get messy here quick.
I'm going to sit on top. I think if they do sit on top here, Dave, they'll still be second shot.
Yep.
So again, just trying to shrink the scoring zone now. Steve Laycock, second year playing with Jim. And this one's tight.
Getting tight.
Yeah. Oh, get by. And where will it stop? Sweepers, Rick and Andrew will get it there.
That's great sweeping.
That's all the sweepers on that one. Still Team Richard sitting one on the button. Again, for Team Richard, maybe a little try to change the angles up a little bit.
Yeah, that might be a good option to freeze into that little pocket there.
Kind of set on the left side of the yellow and maybe play a hit on the next one. You see Jim guard it. Tyler Klimchuk. Sweeping it for Lion right now. I think they're playing to the back four here. Trying to get it by their blue one. They'll just hit it. But they will set the back the four now. Now for Jim. And you could hit and roll off that rock that Team Richard just threw and try to sit in that hole there at the back of the button and kind of sours that blue one in, and you'll be most likely forced into a single. But even just right here on the tee line, freeze.
Yeah. Freeze down to it, and then Jeff freezes to it, and yeah. Certainly got to get another one in there.
Even if you're top four here, it's still a good spot. Top four, top eight, you can use it later on. And the last rock for Steve Laycock here in four. Making this one curl now. It's Andrew Nerpin working really hard on it. It will come to the top four. There's short of it and biting.
It's not a bad spot.
No, it's a great spot. And the other men's semifinal, Dan Wenzik took another single in end number 3 and to take a 2-1 lead over Tyler Tardy. Sheet 5, Daniela Jensch took another single point in the third end, now trailing Kelsey Rock 2-1. So they play the fourth. He's coming to the inside. We'll tap the blue one up a little bit, and now sitting shot rock covering the pin.
It looks pretty good, actually, you know.
Now that yellow one is lined up to go out.
He's
But
still forced to throw the same kind of
yeah, I
freeze
think
in
if Jim can corner the blue one on the pin here, Jeff isn't going to have a lot to score his two. I like playing kind of the same shot for Team Cotter. Try to corner freeze, but it looks like he's maybe playing some weight at this one. Or he's hitting that blue one in the back of the 4 on the left there. So first rock for Jim Cotter here in the 4th end without the last rock.
What's he decided to do here?
I'm not 100% sure. Like I think
see.
based on the
Looks like he's
broom,
gonna throw
yeah.
it, eh?
Based on the broom, he's throwing some
yeah.
weight at it. I think he's hitting the one back 4.
Yeah.
Maybe just picking out this blue one here. Hit roll a good shot there from Jim.
Very nice result. Great shot.
Fans appreciating that one from upstairs. Chance for Jeff to sit in the pocket. Yeah, I like this hit and roll here. You know, if you play the freeze, you know, Jim has that, and to sit 3 and you'll have a tough time scoring
inside.
1. Yeah. So it's kind of making a shot for yourself here as well, taking away 1 for Jim Cotter. Although I think right now for Team Richard, it's going to be extremely difficult to score 2 here. And if he does make it, Jim can lock down the 4-foot quite easily. This is going to be close. He'll hit, and he will roll inside of the button. A great touch shot there by Jeff Richard. Great line call by Tyler Klimchuk. Now sitting a 1 with the hammer.
Yeah, that's an excellent roll.
Looks like Jim's
He's just going to try and blast it out of there, right?
He's going to try.
Throw the same shot he threw the last one. Just try and pick it out.
You know, Jim can throw the weight with accuracy.
He didn't waste much time figuring out what he was going to do there, did he?
You know, he kind of knew right away. This last rock for Team Cotter here in 4. This one's all over the yellow right now. They're going to get it by. It will get by, and the blue will go out. Jim Cotter with a laser of a shot.
Kind of looked like he was a little tight on that.
Yeah, that was a little close, but it's a a draw for 1 here for Jeff Richard. I don't see much else. Gotta hit the button. Looks like it's only against 1 though. So that blue, the top 4, top 8 there is.
I think it's only for 1.
Yeah.
He's only looking at 1 yellow.
Jim Cotter with 2 great shots to set up this force. chance to tie it up here for Team Richard as we be halfway through this one, the men's semifinal, the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. So needs a piece of the button. Line's fine, but
It looks a little heavy.
race is backed off of it.
It's gone.
And it will slide on through, and it'll be a steal of 1 for Team Cotter here in 4. And they'll take the 4-2 lead as we're halfway through the men's semifinal here in Vernon.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
We're halfway through this one here in Vernon. It's end number 5 in the men's semifinal between Team Cotter and Team Richard. A steal of 1 from Team Cotter and 4 off 2 fantastic shots from Jim. Set up the steal, and Jeff Richard just a little heavy on his draw. So Team Richard still with the hammer here in 5. Jordan Kiss here with you with Dave Merklinger.
Just give a little shout out to my sponsors and everybody that, all my volunteers that help out in the curling club. Curling clubs don't survive without sponsors and volunteers, so thank you.
And of course, you and everybody here at the Vernon Curling Club have been great hosts this week. And again, big appreciation to all the volunteers, some people doing all the ticket sales, all the ice makers, people running the bar, the people in the kitchen. It has been a fantastic weekend here in Vernon. Always one of the top events here on the World Curling Tour here in BC. So I have to make a thank you to you as well, Dave, for organizing this event.
You're welcome.
And also, we're giving a
And I hope you guys all like the live stream. Thanks,
Yes.
Grow BC for taking the initiative to do this. This is fantastic.
It is fantastic, an opportunity to showcase the best curlers here in BC. We have to give a huge shout out to our producer, Marcio. He's been working really hard this weekend. Make sure everything is perfect. Always changing something.
What have you broken today?
Nothing. He's the reason why we are able to bring these games to you. There's the last of the lead rocks here for Team Richard. Reese Gamache. Need a little light here on the come around.
Yeah.
We'll sit there on the center line and
Jim will just attempt to come around that now and put it top of the 4 foot.
Of course, the next event on the BC Men's Curling Tour will be next weekend in Abbotsford at the Driving Force Cash Appeal. And again, we'll have those games live streamed to you right here on Curling BC's YouTube page. Jim Cotter will be there next week. Team Richard will be there as well. Women's side.
Everybody's coming up a little short. I hope it's not my fault.
And ice has been in great condition all week. Been very consistent from all the games that we've done here.
Yeah, I've been happy with it. My staff's done a real good job on the ice.
Of course, yourself, Dave, one of the best ice techs in the world, and you are going to be doing ice game for some events this year on the big stage.
Yeah, I'm doing the Scotties in Moose Jaw, and I'll be working with my son Mike in Prince George for the World Ladies in March.
And of course, then Mike, I believe, will also be doing the ice for the Canadian juniors in Langley.
Yes, he'll be doing that. He's also going to a slam. Yeah, so he's busy also. Apple didn't fall far from the tree, did it?
No, it did not. Well, try to move up their blue ones here, but not as bad as for Team Richard. They'll kind of line it up here.
You know, if you go around the guard, that double run is there all day.
Yeah, looks lined up to go right back to that yellow one. So they're just trying to get into the way of it. Just kind of split the center line here to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, get it half around, not fully around.
Sheet 4 is a steal of 2 for Team Carey and end number 4. They now have a 5-1 lead over the defending champion here on the women's side, Alina Kovaleva. There's that rock from Andrew Slides a little deep, but not too bad. Team Richard an opportunity to play the hit and roll behind the corner guard.
Half open, probably jamming on the back 4-foot rock.
Will hit and they will roll. Great shot there by Corey.
Pretty accessible.
And lots of room there for Team Cotter to play the hit and the stick. Now to third rocks. Steve Laycock now. Former bronze medalist at the Brier, playing for one of his home province of Saskatchewan.
Looks pretty good.
And it will get by the blue. And will sit there right on the nose. Team Richard, good opportunity here to play come around. If you want to be top 4 here, don't want to freeze, and you allow Team Cotter to freeze right back on it, and they'll be sitting 1. And the other men's semifinal in the 4th end, Tyler Tardy got his 2. He is now up 3-2 over Daniel Wenzik. This one is curling, but the weight looks pretty close. And he will sit top of the forefoot for shot rock here. And Jim immediately going to ask Steve to come down and take a look at this.
They may just attempt to make the double peel and take that blue rock out here. I think we can look at
Yeah, you can do that, but you also risk of straight
Double
jamming.
jamming.
Yeah, double jamming here, and it'll leave Team Richard sitting 2. It looks like the 2 rocks are close enough to maybe get some drag out of them.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to figure out where exactly they need to hit this. Would you maybe even consider maybe just kind of corner freezing the blue one here that Team Richard just threw, Dave?
Yeah, that's an absolute possibility of making that shot. But these guys, they throw them so hard, accurate. I know what I'd be doing because I can't throw heavyweight anymore. I'd be corner freezing to it.
See what they've decided here, and they will play the run back, or they just maybe not.
He's going to go and have another look. Yeah, it's a big decision, though. You know, you got control of the game. You got a 2-point lead. You don't want to leave them an easy shot or a chance of getting a 3-point end.
Again, you don't have to play a shot on these guards. Again, you can come around. You can even, you know, play a guard up here.
Yeah, you could. Be an option too, eh?
But they seem really eager to play this shot. So they haven't really discussed anything else. I think the main problem for them is just where to hit this one. It is the men's semi-final here in Vernon at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. Jordan Kiss with Dave Merklinger here. It's the fifth end. Team Cotter with a 4-2 lead over Team Richard. And looks like they finally come to a decision.
See what happens here.
Now hits, and it will jam, and the other blue will partially roll behind the corner, and the blue will stay in, and Jim not too happy with that. So an opportunity here for Team Richard to sit 3, and all 3 rocks will be in a great place for him.
This shot's been thrown this end, so they already know the ice and wait to throw here. So
Or ideally, love come to
shouldn't be
nose. Yeah,
difficult.
come to nose would be great. Tyler Klimchuk, last of the third rocks here in 5. Run it out of his hand. Keepers have backed off a little bit. It's going to be close. they're going to try to play the roll on the other side here in this.
Well, they lay 3.
They're laying 3, but that blue one is sitting behind the tee. Now for Jim, looks like he's playing a hit here on the
Hit and
one.
roll, or-
Yeah, hit and roll on top on this one over here.
Or in front of either one of those other 2 rocks.
Now, so you can see from here, you can see a good
this-
portion
you
of
can
it.
see a good chunk of it.
He will hit and he will roll on top. But again, a chance for Team Richard to sit 3. And again, maybe just trying to figure out where they want to roll. Important shot here for Team Richard.
You know, you lay 3, it's gonna. Jim's gonna have to make a double just to hold him to a deuce. So
And we do have handshakes over sheet 4. Team Carey defeated Team Kovaleva, so Team Carey will advance to the final. And we will be streaming the women's final here at 3 o'clock. So it'll be Team Carey versus either Team Ruck or Team Yench. Kelsey Rock holds a 3-1 lead as they play 5. Yench with the hammer. Back to our feature game here.
he seems to be tracking a little bit.
It's hanging out there.
Oh, here it comes. It's good.
Okay, but it won't roll, so Jim will have a double here. And you'll most likely assume that Jeff will have a shot for his 2.
Maybe a triple.
Maybe. You're worth a shot here if you try for it, right? As long as you get 2. So last rock for Jim Cotter here in 5. This is gonna be close. It's 1, 2, and it will jam. Great try there by Jim Cotter.
Almost a triple.
So it'll be an open hit for 2 for Team Richard. Chance to tie this game up with 3 ends to go. Now clean this one down and
Relatively simple hit for a deuce.
no mistake there. It's a tie game here in the men's semifinal at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. We're back inside the Vernon Curling Club, a tie game between Team Richard and Team Cotter here in the 6th end. It's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic, part of the BC Men's Curling Tour, this is stop number 2. And the BC Curling Tours are presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, where Curl BC members can use the corporate ID code of 015048220. Write that down, because if you use that code when you book a room at a Best Western, you can receive rates discounted up to 19%. So you can do that by booking online or by calling 1-800-WESTERN. And Jordan Kiss with you, alongside Dave Merklinger. And Team Cotter are going to play the tick here. We'll shove the Team Richard Blue just over to the corner. We'll act as a corner guard. Smash lead for Team Richard. We'll ask for another corner center guard here, and it will be made, but no tick this time for Team Cotter.
Okay, another fire put out.
Mark Sawatsky now, just to play the camera into the 4-foot.
It's going in there nice.
Looking very good, and we'll come to rest on the top of the 8-foot. Doesn't look completely buried, might be. Could play around, could play on top of it, and they're going to ask to play on top of it here. Corey Chester. This Richard team from all over the province. Corey from Victoria, Reese from the Lower Mainland, and Tyler and Jeff from here in the Okanagan.
Nice shot.
We'll sit right on top. Updated in the other men's semi-final, Team Wenzek took 2 in 5 over Tyler Tardy, and they now hold a 4-3 lead. Tyler Tardy, of course, with the hammer in 6. Team Tardy undefeated so far this week, going perfect through the round robin. Chance to play a freeze here for Team Cotter. This one's coming up a little light. We'll kind of sit there on the other side of center. But an opportunity here for Team Richard to play the come around draw. Lots of room to make this shot. This is the last track for Corey Chester here in 6. It's a little heavy. And we'll slide to the back of the 8-foot. Tough to see from here who's sitting shot rock here, as Jim's going to take a look at it. I think it looks like he did signal that they are shot at the top of the 8. So again, a chance to play come around here for Steve. Excuse me, it's Andrew Nerpin. Change maybe back 4 here.
Good shot, eh?
That's looking really nice, and it will come to the back 4. Exactly where the sweeper said it would be. That's for Tyler. A play to freeze on top, right, follow it down. Line's looking good here. This is looking like a really nice shot. Sweeper's trying to get it there.
Great shot.
It's a good spot. We'll come out to the top of the button.
Sit for a shot.
Sitting 1. And it's going to be a lot of granite movement on this one. Looks like they're going to be able to slash their yellow in here on the left. I don't know how much of that yellow one you can see. I think it looks completely buried. Or he's playing the run back on the blue here. Trying to get everything moving in at the top house in the free guard zone. Steve Laycock. Blue, and they'll just drive the blue past. And they'll sit up there on the other side of center.
Jeff Richards sitting pretty good now.
Really nice to sit in the 1. It's buried.
Throw another guard, yeah.
Yeah, it's a guard, but where's the best place to put this guard here? Looks like this yellow one on the center is all Jim has to maybe clear some things up. It's definitely going to take Team Cotter here, Dave. A few shots to be able to have a chance to get in there for 1.
Well, there's still lots of rocks left.
Last of the third stones here. It's Tyler Klimchuk.
Gonna overbend.
Looks fine.
No, looks good.
Great shot.
Good spot.
That's a lovely rock.
He's almost got to hit that yellow guard, yeah.
He's got to move some stuff around here. Trying to open up the 4-foot. I think these 2 staggered guards are the biggest problem, I think, right now for Team Cotter. So they're going to try to drive this yellow one into here. Last of the third rocks here in 6th, Steve Laycock.
He's going to hit it too thin here.
Get the one, and he'll slide in. Oh, almost a lucky shot there, but we'll just take the single guard off. Team Richard still sitting really nice here. See, Jeff, just put a guard over here. This area is a great spot. Looking really good to steal here for Team Richard. If he makes this guard, it's going to be almost impossible for Jim to score. He might have a really wide draw out of the side of the button on his last, but that's all I can see right now. Just a guard here for Jeff and his team. Lefty Jeff Richard. I'm just trying to get this one to move over.
Yeah, he's put it in a good spot, I think.
Gets the job done. It is a guard. I think you can see maybe Team Cotter trying to maybe hit these two, get rid of them just to open up this yellow one over here to use. But even if he does that, Dave,
yeah,
Jeffrey's going to throw up another
Still
guard.
throwing
Yeah,
over here. Your circles are getting better.
are they? I try.
You guys put in as many hours as we do.
Oh yeah,
That's
like,
nice
again, Marcio's been working non-stop since we arrived here Wednesday night. He's definitely put a lot more effort into this than I have. I just talk. He's the one that makes everything happen.
He beat me to the club one morning.
First rock for Jim here in 6. We'll peel those two staggered guards. But a opportunity here for Team Richard. Now they're maybe thinking of playing a hit here, Dave.
Damn.
No, you're set up nicely. All you have to do is guard this yellow one. All you have to do is guard this one. And, you know, you're almost guaranteed a steal. Really interesting call here from Team Richard. Again, if you do this, the worst you are giving up is 1. But I don't think even if you guard it, the worst you're giving up is 1. There's no shot for 2 right now. Well, actually, like, if you hit this the wrong way, you can give up 2 for a Team Richard. If you maybe hit to the inside of this blue one here and roll this way, Jim's going to have a chance for his deuce. So it's just a hit on the nose here for Team Richard. Oh, did they lose it? Did they lose it? He'll bump it. And it is Team Richard sitting 1 back 4. And just
Marcio, you need instant replay.
We need instant replay, Marcio. For Abbotsford, we'll have that. And we're always changing things here in the live stream.
No, it's perfect.
It's
It's good.
maybe a shot for 2 here for Jim. Didn't look like Jim had nothing, but I think by playing that last shot by Jeff, it gave him an opportunity to give Jim an opportunity to score, but still not an easy shot here for 2.
I mean, he does have a double through the hole, but chances are he will roll away. Then Jeff would just have a wide open hit for 3, so he's got to be really careful.
Well, Team Cotter has the hammer here, Dave. So it's last rock.
Yeah. Oh, this is okay.
It's last rock.
He's got the double through the hole for sure.
It's a shot for 1.
I need to learn to stay still. Sit.
This is edge of your seat action here in Vernon at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic men's semi-final. And over in the other women's final, Daniela Yent with a big score of 3 in end number 5 to take a 4-3 lead over Kelsey Rock. So winner of that will play Chelsea Carey in the final. So last rock for Jim here in 6. Through the hole he is. And we'll get both those blues, and it'll be a score of 1 for Team Cotter. They'll take the 1-point lead headed into end number 7 here in Vernon. We are ready for 7th end action here on the men's semi-final. It's the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic, part of the BC Curling Tour, presented by Best Western Bel Air Direct Insurance. Also have to thank Via Sport and Government of BC, who support all events on the BC Curling Tours this year through hosting BC. So thank you for your support and of course helping making this stream possible. Joining us with Dave Merklinger here. It's end number 7. Team Cotter with a 1-point lead without the hammer.
Just had a text from Hawaii. They're watching it there. This is great.
And we've had people from all over the world watching these live streams. We were some people from Siberia even watching. So we thank you for your support, and thank you for taking time out of your day to watch us.
Well, I'm sure Jim's quite happy to score 1 after the way that last end was looking.
Yes. Almost looked like a guaranteed steal for Team Richard for a bit. And
Yeah.
I think Jeff kind of let Jim off the hook on his last shot there on his call.
I think so. I think he felt that he couldn't guard both shots, so like I say, replay will be in next.
For Team Cotter here, looking to force Team Richard to a single. and then take the hammer tide coming home. So they're gonna play the hit on this wide one here that Team Richard just threw. Ooh, and Rick will flash that one. And early on here in 7, it's a great opportunity for Team Richards. Team Richard, excuse me. And the other men's semifinal, it was a score of 3 for Tyler Tardy and 6. They now hold a 6-4 lead over Dan Wenzik playing 7. Dan Wenzik winning the tiebreaker earlier this morning to get a spot in the semis. So looks like it's going to be a come around here for Team Richard and Reese Gamache. Those are the semifinals. We'll have the women's final streamed for you here at 3 o'clock. It'll be Team Carey versus either Team Yent or Team Rock. As that rock will come to the back of the forefoot. Jim, of course, can play this hit and roll. Can even maybe play the come around draw.
Yeah. But again, you know, like you were saying, they're trying to force him to 1-2, so. But you know, if Jim hits us on the nose, I would imagine Jeff's going to still try and come around that center line guard.
Playing a long hit and roll, and we'll just hit and roll out. And again, for Jeff and his team, another come around draw here.
That was a heavyweight hit. On Nerpin's last one.
Yeah, that was maybe a little too much than needed. Corey Chester will play this come around and then will sit in the top of the 8-foot. Now for Team Cotter, I think you might have to run back something here or play a tap.
Or tap it back.
Looks like they're going all in here.
Try and get rid of it and stick around.
He will hit it, but he won't stick, and another chance for Team Richard to make this come around draw even better.
Staying out a little bit.
Looks a
Oh,
little,
here it comes.
let's see where this one will end up. Yeah, a little heavier, so they're trying to bounce off. You don't tap the blue up and sit just there on the back button, just behind the pin.
Now maybe you draw and freeze to this, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great chance now to do so. And if you can, I'm loving your chances of forcing. So we're now on to third rocks here in the 7th end. Steve Laycock.
Not light. Needs to do some curling here.
This is looking pretty good. Just need, again, like I said, there just needs to curl a bit.
Nice spot.
It kind of creates a wall at the back. It's going to be difficult for Team Richard to remove this yellow one, so maybe looking to take one of the blues out with it. So you see maybe an up weight hit here from Tyler. Just get
So
it
close to
by,
the
and you'll roll out. The yellow one will hang there on the side of the 8-foot, but not a terrible result there for Team Richard. They just snuck by the guard, but an opportunity here for Team Cotter to sit 2. You could roll open. You might see Team Richard draw behind if you do, or you could see him hit.
You can hear Steve saying roll open.
That's what they're going to do here. Hit and just roll a little over to the right side of the 4-foot.
No, Jeff.
Yeah, hit and roll
Hit
over.
roll or
And if you hit and roll behind the guard, you still leave Team Cotter with the freeze.
yep.
So try to hit and roll as far over as possible, group them together, maybe set up a double later on, and hopefully maybe try to get out of here with a blank. He'll hit and he'll roll and hit the yellow one, and will sit for shot rock at the back 8. Now for Jim, maybe again just hit and roll away. Are there? No, that's the call here.
No, it's more.
Jim will play the hit. He will roll, and he will set a great shot there by Jim. Super important to stick in the rings there. Now for Team Richard, the option you could draw and still try to set up your 2 here. I think right now blank is highly unlikely. And you still want to find a way to score 2, so you could play the come around.
Skips deuce.
Yeah. Could play this hit and roll.
Good. Go around.
And then go around.
I kind of like going around myself.
And that's what he's going to do here. Put the pressure on Jim to make a good one on his last if Jeff can make this one really nice.
And it's good practice for your last one for a draw weight.
Exactly. First rock for Jeff Richard here in end number 7. Down 1 with the hammer. Sweepers are on this one for weight right now. Line's looking good. Just got to get it there for at least shot.
Yeah, he's got a good one.
And they will right on the center
Half
line.
open. A little bit open.
Yeah, from Jim, I think just remove it. No need to get fancy. Throw some up weight at it. Just peel it out, and you'll force a
Jeff to
single.
one.
Yeah, if he skinnies that yellow guard, that jam might come into play. You can see enough of it to hit it out. That's all he needs to do here. Just get rid of it. And over on sheet 5, Kelsey Rock just made an in-off to score 2. She now takes a 5-4 lead over Team Yench going into 7. And Jim will remove the blue rock, and it'll be a draw for 1 here for Team Richard. Needs a piece of the 8-foot, a good chunk of the 8-foot here for his single to tie the game. Reese and Corey on the brush.
It's nice to have young kids sweeping, eh?
So much easier. You can go all day. Is this one sliding a little deep? Did they overcook it? No, they didn't. As it will hang on to the back gate foot for a score of 1 for Team Richard. It's a tie game here going into the last end in Vernon. Don't want to miss the 8th end. It's coming up right after this.
Miles ago, Jim.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, Jim.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
It's the last end here in the men's semifinal of the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. A tie game here. Team Cotter with the last rock. Jordan Kiss and Dave Merklinger with you. Over in the other men's semi, Team Wenzek scored 1 in the 7th, and they now trail 6-5 over Team Tardy as they just start the 8th end. So Team Richard needs to steal here. super important to throw these center guards right now for Reese. Want this one just over the hog line, and it's looking like it will. Great shot, but Rick Sawatsky now will play the tick. So I'll make a couple of these against Team Morzumi when they were our feature game on Friday. Perfect tick there by Rick. Opens it up, and be another center guard here for Reese. And for Richards, right now you're just hoping that Rick misses his next tick. Just come over again, just on the left side of center this time, but see if Rick can do it one more time, put in the tick. And this one is moving on them, but it looks like the shot again will be made. Although I don't know if Jeff would have swept that one, it might have had a chance to go out. But two great shots there by Rick to really help his team out here, make it a little easier now to score the single. So if Team Richard is gonna keep throwing the center guard right now, and probably until third rocks, and then it's really honestly hoping for Team Cotter to miss a peel. And Corey with the guard made. And for Andrew, just peel it out. Andrew Nerpin. Just hit it, and peel's made. It'll be another guard here. Ask for Corey. Corey with another guard. And another peel here for Andrew. They're even trying to bump one of their own in here.
Okay, I'm back. I see a couple of ticks were made.
Yes, Rick with two perfect ticks.
Last time we did the Cotter game, I was helping you out, and Rick did the same thing. Started off with two ticks. Then we started talking about putting a rock on the center line and not being allowed
Yeah, not
to
being
touch
allowed to
it.
take it, yes. Talked about that with Reese yesterday while he was on here, and he says, as a lead himself, he's not a fan of that. For him as a lead, kind of that tick shot is the hero shot that
Yep.
most leads don't get to play. So definitely, come with that rule from both sides here. Hard to please anybody, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
Team Richard here maybe looking to do something with these two blues on the left.
Put one into the house
And
and
roll over.
Yeah. Center line guard.
I saw Ryan Fry do this in a Briar a few years ago.
Might be able to even get 2 center line guards here.
Just hit it and just roll out. So not what they wanted there.
Pretty wide open house now, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. Again, for Team Richard right now, I think to win, or they're gonna really need to have Team Cotter miss a couple. We're gonna play around this corner guard here. Keep play to the wings, keep that 4-foot open.
Get an insurance point just to spot.
Jeff's on the other side of the sheet right now, maybe changing his mind. Could throw one more center guard here. Could freeze. He could do this. I'm gonna play the center guard. In a perfect world for Team Richard here, you're kind of would like to have Jim face 2 of your own here. That's going to be a high center guard here, asked from Tyler. We'll come to rest right below the logo here.
I think Jeff's a little dejected because it's not easy to try and steal when these guys peel as proficiently as they do.
Especially when those 2 ticks are made.
Yep.
Steve Laycock again with the peel. Now down to Skip Rocks here in 8. Team Richard needs to steal. And you're just hoping right now that Jim will be heavy or late on his draw. Kind of a similar scenario in the other men's semi. Team Menzick needing to steal one to force an extra. They look like the Team Tardy lead Alex Korvath made 2 ticks. So Tyler Tardy full control with that one as we're down to the final 3 rocks in that game. And when this one is over, we'll bring you the rest of the semis here going on. Bring you the conclusion to Team Yench versus Team Rock in the women's semi. As that will come to the top of the 12-foot. And Jim just gonna
peel that rock away.
Just get it out. Just gonna clean this one, finish it off a bit, and it will go out. So
Jeff will try to do the same thing, but just make this one a little better.
yep, needs to be shot here to force Jim to throw his last. Sweepers like this one, it's going to be. Well, just needs to hit the 8-foot right now. And that's where Jeff will sit. So Jim with an option here, he can play the hit or he can play the draw. Just needs to make the blue go away. That's what they're going to do here.
Same shot.
So a shot for the win and a spot in the finals. Final rock from Jim Cotter here in 8. Hit for the win. And he'll hit it, and Jim Cotter will get a spot in the final. He will play Tyler Tardy, who just defeated Dan Wenzik. So it'll be the present versus the future of curling here in BC. That will happen at 3 o'clock. Now we're gonna move over to sheet 5 here. That'll be a Team Rock versus Team Yench. They're currently playing 7. Stay tuned, we'll have that for you as soon as we can.
There goes.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight, you gotta see this. Look, 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 look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look, 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 look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
All right, we're back here inside the Vernon Curling Club. Jordan Kiss with you. Now, take the action to the women's semifinal here on sheet 5. Team Rock throwing the blue rocks. Team Yench throwing the yellow. Team Rock does have the hammer here in the 8th end. It is a tie game at 5 apiece.
We've only got an hour.
Tick is made.
Yeah, we did. We tried. Oh, you did, eh? Oh, to let you know that. Good timing. Well, thanks again. Thanks again, guys, for coming. Yeah. Thank you. Pretty good game. Maybe a show you in there, but.
So it's Team Yench second to Clara Farm.
But in 7 out of 8 fields,
And the real hit and roll towards the center now. Sit in the center guard.
I'm just going home with him. Actually, he lives in Kamloops, and our skips are so me and Corey, he's from Cotter. We'll have a drive.
So it's the Team Rock second, Becca Hebert.
The pressure, so we're gonna pick up our. Are you going back to the Yeah, I gotta leave for Chicago.
And the peel is made. We will roll in.
Hey, I know. It's gonna be even better once I come out for your dinner. I heard you guys are taking me out.
So let's maybe play a come around here for Team Yench. It's Clara Pham. And this will slide onto the back of the 12-foot. And Kelsey's just going to ask Becca here to play the peel. Just the single one here, just glue closest to the house. She will do just that. Yeah. Center guard here for Team Yench, Amir Abez. The winner will play Chelsea Carey in the final. That will be happening at 3 o'clock. We'll have that final stream for you here on Curl BC's YouTube page. It is the women's semifinal at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic from the Vernon Curling Club. I am Jordan Kiss as this rock comes across the hog line. And we'll sit there on the center. It will be Danielle Schmiemann now for Team Rock. So we're on to third stones. And they will play the peel. And just looking for the center guard here. And we'll place that rock right on the logo. It'll be another peel here for Team Rock. Last of the third stones here in the last end. Again, makes it with ease. So we're now down to the final 4 rocks here in the 8th end. Daniela Jensch. She defeated Sarah Warwick earlier this morning in the quarterfinal. And again, the center guard is May, kind of again just hoping for a miss from Kelsey here on her first. The one more appeal here for the 2-time Canadian Women's and World Women's Champion, Junior Champion to be exact. So it's her first rock here in 8 with the hammer. Just needs to score 1. Right now she's just gotta out count the Team Jensch rock at the back of the 12. And she will appeal. Now for Team Jensch, they're gonna make this draw as hard as possible. If you come top 12, you force her to draw to the wings, and she'll have a little less room to work with, a little less house to hit. So they're just trying to say exactly where they want to hit it, or excuse me, where they want to put it. You want to force Kelsey to draw here. And if you draw, put it top 12, where the brims are. Kelsey's going to have to play towards the wings again, and there's not a lot of house to hit there for her. There's no draw towards the middle. I think that's the place you put it here. So it's last rock for Daniela Jensch. I'm looking to put this one on top of the 12-foot. One's looking really nice. Will kind of rest the top of the 12-foot. So for Kelsey Rock, just needs to really good piece of the 12 to win this one and get a spot in the final against Chelsea Carrion. Will be in an all Alberta final. Kelsey Rock. She gets ready in the hack to throw. The sweepers are on it out of her hand. They're starting to clean it down to halfway through as it comes towards the hog line. Now they're cleaning it as it comes in, trying to make a curl, and this one looks very nice. And Kelsey Rock will put that one right in the forefoot, and she will win this one 6-5. And she will take on Chelsea Carey in the final. We'll have that for you at 3 o'clock. Women's final from here in Vernon at the Prestige Hotels and Resorts Curling Classic. It'll be Team Carey versus Team Rock, and on the men's side, Jim Cotter will take on Tyler Tardy. So thank you for joining us here. I'm Jordan Kisson from our Dave Merklinger and our producer Marcio. We'll talk to you again in a little less than an hour from now with the women's final coming up next here in Vernon.
Miles to go, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.